Good morning, everyone, and happy Thursday. Today is Thursday, September 24th, and we are back here to read our next story of the week. So on Tuesday, you guys got to listen to a silly story about Sophie and about Olivia and how their life was just super crazy and out of control and messy. And I told you on Tuesday that this week's stories were going to talk about family. So last week's stories talked about friendship, but this week's stories talk about family. So today's story is also going to teach us a lesson about family and about dealing with our siblings that might not always make good choices and how we can still love them and learn to work well with them and to share things with them. So just like in our other stories, we're going to talk about our 5 W's, and then I'm also going to have you guys think about your nouns again today. Okay, so our 5 W's, again, we'll go over them. Remember, this helps us to retell a story, and it helps us to think while we listen and while we read, and it helps us to understand what the story is about. So our first W is who is in the story. Think about who the characters are in the story. Our second W is what. What happened in the story? Think about the word plot. What happened at the beginning, what happens in the middle, and what happened at the end. Our third W is where. Where does the story take place? And when does the story take place? Where and when is our setting. And the last one is why. Why was there a problem? Why did the characters act that way? Why did that happen? Okay, so the why can be for many different things. So as I'm reading, be asking yourself those 5 W's. Also, I want you to remind yourself about a noun and see if you can listen for nouns in the story. If you remember from our lesson, a noun is a person, place, thing, or animal. Okay, so I'm going to show you today's story, and I'm going to show you the title of today's story, and I want you to see if you can pause the video and find the noun in today's title. So today's title is Big Red Lollipop. I'm going to leave this here. What is a noun? Think about what a noun is, and let's look at our title, Big Red Lollipop. I want you to pause the video and see if you can identify or find the noun in our title. All right. If you chose the word lollipop as our noun in the title, you are correct. A lollipop would be a thing, so that is a noun. Very good. All right, so remember, as I'm reading today, you're going to be listening and looking for the nouns in the story, as well as seeing if you can answer those 5 W's. And I want you to also pay very close attention to the pictures, to the illustrations, and see what your favorite part of the story is, because tomorrow you'll have to be writing about your favorite part of the story. All right, so our story today, Big Red Lollipop by Ruxana Khan is our author, so the one that wrote the words, and our illustrator is Sophie Blackall. All right, I'm going to start by reading the inside cover to you guys, and then I'm going to flip it back to the cover. And I want you to take a real close look at the picture and think about what's going on. So Rubina is invited to her first ever birthday party. She can't wait for the games, cake, fun, and party favors. But her mom doesn't know what a birthday party is. It's new to her, and she insists that Rubina bring her little sister along. That isn't the way it's supposed to work, but Rubina has no choice. And it turns out that having pesky Sauna at the party isn't nearly as bad as what she does afterward. Okay, so I want you to look at the cover. So this is Rubina, and we see our title is Big Red Lollipop. So here we see our Big Red Lollipop, and Rubina gets invited to a birthday party. But she's never been to a birthday party before. I wonder why. And when she asks her mother if she can go, her mother is very confused because her mother doesn't know what a birthday party is either. I wonder why they don't know what a birthday party is. Now, the problem is her little sister wants to go to the birthday party, but she's not invited. I wonder why Rubina doesn't want her little sister to tag along. Let's read to find out what happens. Now, another word I want to point out to you guys is the word Ami. spelled A-M-I. This is the word that Rubina is going to use for her mother. That's what she calls her mother instead of mom or mommy or mother. She calls her Ami. So when you hear me say the word Ami, I'm talking about Rubina's mother. All right, the big red lollipop. I'm so excited I run all the way home from school. Ami, I've been invited to a birthday party. There's going to be games and toys, cake and ice cream. Can I go? Sauna screams, I want to go too. Ami says, what's a birthday party? It's when they celebrate the day they were born. Why do they do that? They just do. Can I go? Okay, so we see Rubina here. We see Ami, which remember is her mother. And we have Sauna who screams, I want to go too. And then we have the baby here. So our first question is, Rubina seems to be very excited. Why do you think Rubina's mother does not know about birthday parties? Take a look at the illustration. Why do you think Ami might not have ever heard of a birthday party before? Remember to pause the video and take some think time to answer that question. Sauna screams, I want to go too. I can't take her. She's not invited. Well, why not? Says Ami. They don't do that here. Ami says, well, that's not fair. You call up your friend and ask if you can bring Sauna, or else you can't go. But Ami, they'll laugh at me. They'll never invite me to another party again. Sauna screams, I want to go too. We see Rubina is thinking. So this is her thought bubble. She's thinking about all the people at the party that might make fun of her or laugh at her for bringing her sister. We see Ami is pointing to her and telling her, you call your friend and see if your sister can come, or else you can't come. And Sauna is still upset, screaming, I want to go. I say, look, Sauna, one day you'll get invited to your own friends' parties. Wouldn't you like that better? No, I want to go now. I beg and plead, but Ami won't listen. I have no choice. I have to call. Sally says, all right, but it doesn't sound all right. I know she thinks I'm weird. So here we see Ami telling Rubina, you better call. And Sauna is not very happy. She's saying, I want to go. So Rubina calls her friend, and her friend says, all right. But Rubina can tell she really doesn't think it's all right. Here's our question. Rubina really wants to go and is begging and pleading. How would you feel if you were Rubina? How would you feel if you really wanted to go to the party all by yourself, but your mom wouldn't let you go unless you took your little baby brother or baby sister with you? How would you feel? Pause the video and take some think time. At the party, I'm the only one who brought her little sister. Sauna has to win all the games, and when she falls down during musical chairs, she cries like a baby. See, they're all playing musical chairs. Here's the little sister, and she starts crying when she falls. Before we leave the party, Sally's mom gives us little bags. You see this little goodie bag here that they all get. Inside, there are chocolates and candies, a whistle, a ruby ring, and a big red lollipop. Sauna eats her big red lollipop on the way home in the car. I save mine for later. Sauna doesn't know how to make things last. By bedtime, her candies are all gone. Her whistle is broken, and the ruby in her ring is missing. I put my big red lollipop on the top shelf of the fridge to have in the morning. All night, I dream about how good it will taste. So we've got Sauna over here with all her goodies that are broken and eaten. Then we have Rubina dreaming about how good her big red lollipop is going to taste in the morning. Uh-oh, she does not look happy. In the morning, I get up early to have it. Sauna's already up. When she sees me, she runs away. I open the fridge door. All that's left of my lollipop is a triangle stuck to a stick. Sauna! So here we see Sauna's running away when she sees Rubina, and Rubina is not very happy. I wonder what happened to her big red lollipop. I hear a sound in the front hall closet. I should have known. That's where she always hides. I shove aside the coats and boots. I'm going to get you. Quick as a rat, she scoots through my legs and runs around and around the living room, the dining room, the kitchen, yelling, Ami, Ami, help, help. All right, so here we see the author says that Sauna is running quick as a rat. What does this tell you about how she's running? Take a look at the illustration too. Take a look at how she's running all around the house. Ami comes out, rubbing her eyes. Sauna runs behind Ami, where I can't get her. What's going on out here? Says Ami. Sauna says, Rubina's trying to get me. Ami puts her hands on her hips. Are you trying to get your little sister again? She ate my lollipop, the greedy thing. She ate it. Ami says, for shame. It's just a lollipop. Can't you share with your little sister? I want to cry, but I don't. Here's our question. How would you feel if you were Rubina? We see Ami here, who's not very happy. We see Sauna, who's now hiding behind Ami. We see Rubina. Red cheeks mean she's probably angry. She wants to cry, but she doesn't. How would you feel if you were Rubina? Sauna runs to the fridge and brings back the triangle stuck to the stick. Look, I didn't eat all of your lollipop. I left the triangle for you. See, says Ami, she didn't eat all of it. She's sharing with you. Go ahead, take the triangle. So I have to take it. Go ahead, eat the triangle. But I don't. With all my might, I throw it across the room. It skitters under the sofa. Sauna scurries after it and eats that too. Here's our question. What does it mean to throw something with all of your might? And why do you think Rubina did that? Sauna hands her the sucker, but Rubina says, I don't want it, and she throws it across the room with all of her might. Why do you think she might do that? The worst thing is that all the girls at school know if they invite me to their birthday parties, I have to bring Sauna. I don't get any invitations for a really long time. Then one day, Sauna comes home waving an invitation. Ami, I've been invited to a birthday party. There's going to be games and toys and cake and ice cream. Can I go? So now we see a change. It's not Rubina that's invited. Now it's Sauna that's invited. Our little sister Miriam screams, I want to go too. Sauna says, no, I can't take her. She's not invited. Take a look at Rubina's face here. Why do you think Rubina has a little smirk on her face? She's kind of just looking like, I wonder what's going to happen. Sauna gets invited, and now her little sister Miriam wants to go to the party. What does this part of the story remind you of? Take some think time. Think about, what does this part of the story remind you of that you might have heard already in our story? I wonder what's going to happen. Ami says, well, it's only fair. You went to Rubina's friend's party. Now Rubina and Miriam can go to your friend's party. I say, leave me out of it. Ami says, fine then, you have to take Miriam. So here we see Rubina's thoughts of her sisters going to the party. Ami is saying, well, you have to take Miriam, and Sauna does not look very happy. Now it's Sauna's turn to beg and plead. Ami won't listen. Sauna's begging so hard she's crying, but still, Ami won't listen. I could just watch her have to take Miriam. I could just let her make a fool of herself at that party. I could just let her not be invited to any more parties. But something makes me tap Ami on the shoulder. What? Don't make Sauna take Miriam to the party. No, says Ami. No, I say. Ami thinks for a moment, then says, okay, so Sauna gets to go by herself. I wonder why Rubina chose to do that. After the party, I hear a knock on my door. What do you want? I ask Sauna. Here. She hands me a big green lollipop. This is for you. Thanks, I say. After that, we're friends. So our last question. What do you think about the ending? And how does it make you feel? So remember, this week we're talking about family. How does this make you feel? And what does it make you think about family? So all throughout the story, Rubina and Sauna were not really getting along. But at the end, it says, after that, we're friends. I wonder what changed. I want you to think about that as you're doing your writing for tomorrow. And that is the end of our story today. So if you look at our cover, it was about the big red lollipop. So I wonder why on the back of the cover, there's a big green lollipop. Why is that important? All right. So for tomorrow, you are going to have a writing activity. And the writing activity is going to look like this. On the top, it says use with the book and video Big Red Lollipop. You have your date, Friday, the 25th. And then down here, it has your directions. So your job is to illustrate, which means to draw, your favorite part of the story and write a sentence to describe it. So you're not just drawing a picture and saying, okay, I'm done. You also must write at least one sentence to describe your picture. So you're going to draw a picture of your favorite part of the story and then write a sentence to tell me what your favorite part was. All right. Good luck. If you need to go back to the story, you know where to find it. And it will be for Thursday, and this writing will be for Friday. And I will see you guys next week for 2 more stories. Have a great weekend.